All right, so it's the day before a reserve block and I am at the grocery store getting my normal essentials for my food bag, and I'm looking for breakfast burritos right now. And I feel prepared. I made my husband take me, well, I asked my husband to take me to the grocery store to get my normal sushi for the morning, or for the first day. So we'll see if I get used. Reserve starts tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name's Elizabeth. I'm a flight attendant for a major U.S. carrier, and today is day one of a 3-day block of PM Reserve. I was available for contact this morning at 10 a.m. It is 11:40. I haven't been contacted yet. I am shocked. This has been a crazy summer, but so far I'm at home. Maybe I'll get to stay home. I don't know what's gonna happen. Of course, I had my childcare all figured out. I had a babysitter scheduled, and then my company's been offering double time for flight attendants to pick up trips during the holiday. It was just 4th of July. And so that holiday, the 1st through the 8th, they offered everything double time. So they were trying to get most of the flying covered. We got cats, we got kittens. I'll show them to you. My daughter Hannah's out here. We're just hanging out. I got my coffee and I'm gonna go get the day started. It's so funny because a lot of flight attendants show you what they do on their day off, like they go to the pool, and I do laundry and do mom stuff. Okay, you wanna bring a kitten over? Okay, Hannah wants to bring a kitten over. We got a brother and a sister. Okay.
She is.
This is Evie. Hello. So we got a brother and a sister, which we thought were Siamese. They're actually what's called a snowshoe. That's a breed of a short hair and a Siamese. Whoa.
And there's a here.
Here's Eddie. We call him Fast Eddie. He's got his collar. Evie's a little small. She keeps getting out of hers. But they're a brother and a sister, and they're super, super cute. So we're gonna get our day started. I'm available for contact until 6 p.m. Colorado time, and so here goes the day. All right, so I'm in my ultra glamorous laundry room, and it's funny because I've watched this one, well, some other flight attendant vloggers, and they're like, on my day off. It's not my day off, but doing laundry. Put away almost all my daughter's clothes. I got a couple more things I've got to take to her room, and I'm just in the process of getting this all done and put away. It's never ending. Never ending. So it is 12:20. I just checked. There's still no trips in open time. So I'm just gonna keep you updated throughout the day. See what's going on. That's my daughter downstairs. And we'll just see what happens. We'll just see what happens today. Trying to get some chores done, some things done. Need to get this thing showered, but that's what's happening so far. So it is 2:10. Here's a little update. I'm still number 3 on the PM reserve list, and I just looked in open time. That's where the company puts the trips that they don't have covered. And there are, it looks like they just made up a new trip. Actually, it looks really kind of nice. It's easy. It's 2 to Nashville, 1 to Miami, 1 home the next day. There's 3 of us, there's 4 I think left on PM reserve, so if this stays in open time, it probably will be assigned to me. There are a bunch of ready reserves, but usually they use the PM reserves before they move on to the ready reserves. So we'll see what happens. That trip doesn't report until 5 o'clock, which would be, oh wait, I need to go back and look at it. 4 o'clock. I need to go back and look at it to see if they can assign it, if it's 4 o'clock check-in or 5 o'clock check-in. I gotta check that before I get into the shower. So right now I don't have a trip. We'll see what happens in the next 15 to 20 minutes. I might go jump in the shower real quick. All right, so my amazing husband drove me to the airport. So minutes after filming that last segment, I looked again at what was available in open time, and technically this trip that they put me on checked in at 4:10 local time. They have to give me 2 hours. They have to call me 2 hours and give me 2-hour call out time to get to the airport. Well, it was 2:12 when I looked at the trip. I screenshotted it. So I was like, ooh, I think I dodged a bullet. They're gonna have to give that to someone on airport standby, the people who sit at the airport and fix the operation last minute. No, you know what they did? Which they can. They changed the report time to 4:15 and then put it on my board and called me. Heaven forbid we use the 45 ready reserves we have. We've got to use those last 4 p.m. reserves. But I'm flying B, which is my favorite position. Right now, it is a beautiful, easy trip. Knock on wood, it stays that way. It is 3:50. And again, the most sexy Uber driver, AKA my husband, is taking me to the airport. So we're gonna go in. Can you drop me on the north side?
Sure.
Yeah, because that's where the coffee cart moved to. I was a little scared. I couldn't find the coffee cart.
Gotta get the job.
I need more coffee.
Gotta get the coffee.
So, and then I've got to coordinate his travel to take my stepdaughters back to Minnesota and do all those things. So, let's get this day going. Okay, so we're on the plane, and so we're in Vegas. We rode from Denver to Vegas. We deadheaded. I watched a movie, and now we're in Vegas, and we're gonna work 1 to Nashville, and it's an easy day. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, so little story. My mother-in-law's in town, and she borrowed my car. And my husband didn't just give her the fob, he gave her my keys. My keys have my known crew member card on it. He didn't know. And so we had to have her drive and meet us at the cell phone lot in Denver so I could get my keys, so I could get my card, so I could go through known crew member. So that was a little drama getting the day started, but that's gonna be all the drama I accept for this trip. So I will see you in Nashville. Okay, so we made it to our hotel in Nashville. We're an hour late. So, we got on the plane, we boarded, but we had freight and bags, and the poor ramp was just overwhelmed. They just did not have enough people out there to handle all of the stuff. So it took them quite a while to load the plane tonight. So, yeah, we're an hour late. Tomorrow, what time is it? It is 2 a.m. and tomorrow we have to be in the lobby at 2. So I think I might watch a little Netflix before I go to bed. And then right now on our schedule is 1 to Miami. So even though it's a short overnight, I can deal with that. But I have a story for you guys though. So my poor A, so she had 4 unaccompanied minors. It was a brother and a sister and 2 brothers. So the brother and the sister, they did wonderful. They were older. And then this is a long flight, guys, 3 hours, 6 minutes. And, but the other pair of siblings was not so good. They were just kind of rambunctious. They didn't have any electronics with them. They were sent with books. It's like a night flight. All the lights are out. One of the kids couldn't even read. So it was just, even if you're not pro a lot of electronics, guys, if you send your kids unaccompanied minor, make sure they have stuff to entertain themselves entertain themselves. I can't talk, it's late. They just didn't have enough to entertain themselves for this kind of flight. So RA had a chat with grandma and just said this needed to be discussed with the boys and maybe send them home with something to watch. Even if you're not pro electronics, having something for the kids to watch is just, it's a must. Some way to entertain themselves on a 3-hour flight. But all right, I'm gonna get ready for bed and I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, so we're on the plane in Nashville. Our flight was a little bit late. I guess they had a little drama coming out of Dallas. We're getting an unaccompanied minor. Our poor A and her drama with her unaccompanied minors last night. So only one unaccompanied minor. He looks like he's done this before. So one flight to Miami, 1 hour, 45 minutes. I say that's a really good work day, considering some of my past work days have been super long. So knock on wood, they don't add anything to us. But I'm in the back. I ate a snack. We're boarding. It's time to go. We're here in the hotel in Miami. I'm starving. I started heating up my food, but I just don't know if that's gonna do it. I can't seem to find anything I want on Uber Eats or Grubhub, so I think I'm just gonna go downstairs and order a hamburger. We get 50% off here, so that's nice. Good morning, everybody. So all dressed and ready, day 3, go home day. And right now we're just deadheading home. So I'm hoping it stays that way. Then it will be the silliest little 3-day I've ever had. And I don't know why they did this. I don't understand scheduling, but in the grand scheme of things, I could have gotten a really bad 3-day trip for reserve. I wish I would have just been able to stay home at least one of my days. But you know, when you are on reserve, you belong to the company. So it is what it is. And I'm gonna show you the view from my balcony. It's really cute, really pretty. But yeah, I'm gonna pack up. I think I'm gonna go downstairs a little bit early. Yesterday I was feeling all like, hey, I got like 10 minutes before I have to get down to the van. And then I looked at my watch after I shot that little clip, and I looked at the local lobby, and I realized I was supposed to be down there like right then. So I made it, no issues. But I'm definitely ahead of the game today because I wanna go downstairs and see if I can get something to eat. I need to ice my food bag and head out the door, go get some coffee. So, and then just ride home to Denver today. So let's take a look at this view. So we almost missed our flight. I'll have to tell you that story when I get to Denver. Oh my gosh, this is a first. So I called to be released as soon as we landed in Denver after almost missing the flight, and nope. They tacked on a turn to San Antonio, so I got some pizza in the airport, and now I'm gonna go to my new gate. Not try to be bitter. So, but I learned a very valuable tip. I should have known this before 7 years. So normally when they add new assignments on, it's based on seniority, but apparently when you call them, it's on who calls first. I did not know that. So all that to say, when you're flying with the crew, drag your feet to call in to get released, so that if they're gonna nab someone, nab somebody else, because I was the most senior person on that trip. So, and I know my A, who was the most junior, knew that they were doing something to her board in the background because she kept getting notifications, but when she logged in, there wasn't anything there. So try not to be bitter or mad, and just revel in the fact this was an easy 3-day. Yeah. Trying to regain my zen. So now I'll fly to San Antonio, and instead of getting home at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll get home at 10 p.m. Yeah, I love my job. I do love my job. This is just a bump. It's just a thing. We're gonna move on. But I still, yeah, we almost missed our flight. I'll tell you that story later. All right, so I'm in the parking garage. As you can see, my old stomping grounds. My husband is doing a swap, picking up his brother's car at the airport. And so I'm walking out to get picked up by him. Today was a day. Guys, I think I am challenged with a little bit of burnout, and I feel kind of bad or guilty saying that, considering I got to take 6 months off. But it's been challenging coming back. Yeah, I said a lot of bad words to myself and about getting this turn tacked onto my day. This whole trip was silly, which is a nice way to say silly, because I don't understand why they snagged us when they had people in Vegas. So it's so hard. Sometimes we don't see the whole big picture, and normally I'm very optimistic, but this is why people are calling out sick. They're getting burned out. They're tired of being worried that they're gonna get punched because we have to tell people to put their face masks on, or whatever is angering the public. So yeah, burnout, it's real. So greetings from editing this video. It's October 13th. This trip was actually July, I think 7th through the 9th. So again, getting back to my backlog of trips. But I realized I didn't ever tell anyone the story. I didn't tell you guys the story of almost missing our flight. I kind of got wrapped up in that extra turn being added to my day and just kind of being frustrated. So here's the funny, although be it somewhat frustrating story. We, like I said, we went to Miami, we had a quick overnight, and then we were just deadheading home the next day. So when we got to the hotel, typically the hotel will tell us what time the van is picking us up in the morning. Almost all our hotels in Florida are, the van isn't a hotel van, it's a third-party vendor that picks us up. Well, somewhere between the third-party vendor and the hotel, they gave us the wrong time. So they told us to be down at like 10:45 or 45 of the hour. And as you saw in the vlog, I rolled out of the elevator, I went down, I got coffee, and I actually went and sat in the lobby, and I was down there probably at like 20 after the hour, 25 after the hour. And there was one of our contracted vans out there, and they even came in and asked me, are you on this 10:30, let's just say 10:30 shuttle? And I was like, no, we're on a 10:45. And so they went on to the airport. Well, my crew comes down, it's 10:45, and the van's not there. And typically that contracted van is pretty good about being there on time or early. And they're not there. And so we're kind of starting to freak out. And so because we're just deadheading on this flight. They will leave deadheaders. So we call the people, the third-party van vendor, and they're like, no, we don't have a 45 departure. We just have a 30 departure. So again, we were given the incorrect time. We were all down there when we were told to be down there, but something lost in translation. So we call scheduling and we tell them what's going on, and they're like, well, we'll get a hold of Skyhop, the van people, and get them over there. And so, but you know, time is ticking away and we're nervous, and we're like, so at what point do we jump in an Uber and go to the airport? And so right when we were trying to like make that decision to jump in an Uber, one of the vans comes up, picks us up, and takes us to the airport. And luckily, the terminal that we're in Miami, we go in the door to the left, and the KCM, the known crew member entrance is right there, and we like haul down to the gate. So we're like, and we are the last 3 people to get on this plane. And you know, we're crew, we have more bags, we have bags, and we're all able to sit. We find seats, we find room, and we sit down, and deep breath, we did not miss our deadhead. But that is where we went from that deadhead to me being frustrated about the last turn being added on my day. Wow, it was a rough summer. So if you guys made it all the way to the end of this video, would you leave me a pumpkin emoji? Because see, it's pumpkin season. So leave me an emoji that shows that you made it all the way to the end of this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And again, I will see you in the sky.